Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your reading. Sit back, relax and enjoy. Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. So this week we are doing a monthly instead. I'm going to be carrying on with the weekly, so I'll be back on them next week. It's just that I'm feeling kind of like, oh wow, I've got to get, Wednesday 1st of July through to Sunday 5th of July and I've got to do it today. And I was about to do it on my iPad. And then I thought, I really don't want to record the YouTube videos on my iPad because I like doing fiddly things like speeding up the shuffles and, putting nice writing on and doing nice thumbnails and things like that. So I just thought, you know what, obviously you didn't have time at the start of the week to get the weeklies in. So what we'll do is we're going to have a bit of a treat, guys. We're going to do a monthly for you this week and just showing you the but we'll be back to weeklies next week, but you'll have a monthly reading anyway as a reference point. So we're just using a couple of decks this week. We're using the Golden Art Tarot Nouveau, which I really love, the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, and we're also going to use as Spiritual Advice Crazy Sexy Love Notes. I really just love this. I love this deck. It's phenomenal. It's wonderful. All right guys, that's the decks for the week. Sit back, relax and enjoy. Hi Libra, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. So we're going to do your reading for you, and now it's not going to be a weekly reading this week, it's going to be a monthly. So we're looking at July 2020. I will be back on with weeklies, but it will be from next Monday. Okay, so let's make a start. Okay Libra, so we've got the cards down. Let's have a look at what's going on here. So Libra, the situation you're facing in July is justice. Nice. I mean, it could be a legal thing, it could be a decision, but it could also be that you're finally getting your rewards, because that's what justice is. You may be facing a decision, you may be facing a situation whereby you're finally getting your just desserts. You're getting what you deserve basically with justice. Let's have a look at what's influencing this situation, or it could be a legal situation here. The Emperor. What's influencing this situation is the Emperor. So the reason that you're experiencing justice is because of an Emperor. I mean, this could definitely be law and order. Okay, so you may be facing something legal. Could be something concerning or influenced by an establishment, for example, an organisation. You may be facing a legal situation influenced by an organisation, which is the Emperor. Or you're facing a situation in which you're getting your rewards, influenced by a person, perhaps, the Emperor. What's the root cause of this Justice card? All right, now, I think this may be something legal some of you guys are facing. And it's influenced by an organisation. So the reason that you're facing a legal situation is because of an organisation. Or you may be facing a decision influenced by the reason that you're facing a decision or having to make a decision. And actually, Libra, that's you, isn't it? That's your card. So this could easily be you having to make a decision here, a fair and balanced decision. And it's influenced by the Emperor. So perhaps this is something to do with an individual, or the need to assert yourself or to put something back into order. The reason that this decision is, and I think actually the more I think about it, I would probably think here that it looks like it could be legal, but it could also look like you're facing a decision, and the reason that you're facing a decision is because of the Ten of Swords. Now the Ten of Swords is whereby something is over or something is finished. Okay, the root cause of this could be backstabbing as well. So if you were facing something legal here and it's concerning an organisation, it's influenced, the reason that you're facing something legal and it's connected to an organisation, it could be because the Ten of Swords is something to do with backstabbing, or you're dealing with something quite arduous within the workplace. Maybe you've been bullied with the Ten of Swords. This may be something legal here. Maybe you've got some form of a legal case going on, or there's some, I'm seeing some of you guys may be taking legal action against an employer, an organisation here. I've got you taking some legal action perhaps against an employer, legal action. Okay, and it may be due to bullying, because the Ten of Swords can be backstabbing and bullying and that type of thing. It's not a nice card. Or overworked, being overworked, or just being put upon with the Ten of Swords energy. What have you experienced in the recent past, Libra? I think that this is a person here, a Queen of Wands. You may have experienced this Queen of Wands, an individual in the recent past. Could have been a friend. Let's ask what the Queen of Wands is, what type of experience you've had with this Queen of Wands. Universe Spirit, you said that Libra's experienced a Queen of Wands in the recent past. What type of experience are they having around this Queen of Wands? What do you mean they've experienced? Because Queen of Wands could be an invitation. Queen of Wands could be a person. Queen of Wands could be an action. So what do you mean they've experienced the Queen of Wands in the recent past in 2 cards? Right, so this is work. 3 of Coins is somebody that you work with. 3 of Coins, energy. But the Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse. Okay. So I asked, what do you mean the Queen of Wands you've experienced in the recent past? And it says, well, what we mean is that their work has come to a stop. So it feels like a job or work has come to a standstill here. So how do we correlate that with the Queen of Wands? What does the Queen of Wands having connection? What are the similarities between a Queen of Wands and a 3 of Coins and a Wheel of Fortune? So I actually think that this is an action. I think that you guys have made an action. This isn't a person. I would say that you guys in the recent past have acted with the Queen of Wands, and what you've done is you've done this action, and you've acted in a way whereby whoever this is, whatever company this is that you've been working in, I think that with the Wheel of Fortune you've halted that. So there's been a stop on work. You've stopped working for this company, and I think that you've made a decision. And you've made a very positive action here to stop working for this company here. So I actually feel that maybe some of you guys, it's a legal action here, influenced by an organisation here. It feels to me that the root cause of this legal action maybe is something to do with bullying. It feels like it's something about an employer perhaps doing this for some of you guys. And in the recent past, you took an action here with the Queen of Wands. You didn't even need to think about it in a way, you just did it. You said, actually, that's enough. You made a decisive decision in a way with the Queen of Wands. You took an action whereby you said, this work is now going to come to a halt. I'm going to halt working for this company. What's also influencing this justice energy, this legal situation here? Well, you've got a Tower card here. So the Tower is chaos. It's a breakup. It's a instability as well with the Tower energy. This is also anger as well. The Temperance energy showing here. So we've got 2 different energies here. We've got the Tower, ruled by Mars. And then we've got Temperance, ruled by Sagittarius. But the Temperance card is about trying to heal. So I actually feel that this is more about the external factors contributing to you taking action, or that you're trying to heal this Tower. You see, there's been a great shake-up, and I think that this is more internal, to be honest with you. I think for some of you guys with the Tower and the Temperance card, this is something that's fallen apart and the need to put it back together. And I'm going to ask what fell apart for you guys, actually. Libra, what's fallen apart with the Tower for Libra? What's fallen apart with the Tower? The 2 of Swords has fallen apart. The 2 of Swords and... Well, I think that what's fallen apart, the 2 of Swords fell out. So it feels what fell apart, being the 2 of Swords, it feels like there were things that you were not saying here. Because the 2 of Swords, if you look at the 2 of Swords, the hands are across the chest. So this person's not divulging anything. But the Tower would open this up. So it almost feels like what's influencing you doing this, taking legal action, is because... it feels like it's almost like if you look at the 2 of Swords and the Tower, it's like a champagne cork. The 2 of Swords is where the bottle is corked. The Tower is where we unblock the cork. So we unblock the bottle, we take the cork out. So it's almost like shaking up a champagne bottle or a bottle of pop or something, and the pop is in here. So something has been building up. What is coming out is something that has been building up for a long time concerning a group. And the Temperance energy, I think here, so there's what's influencing this is that you want to try and, I don't know whether you want to try and mend, because the Temperance card is about mending, and it feels like with the Tower you're trying to mend the broken places. You're trying to mend the broken places. Okay, and this is to do with you shutting out. I think actually this isn't who you work with, this is the people that you're around. This is you shutting out friends. because the Two of Swords would shut out the Three of Cups. They'd shut out friends. So this is you trying, the broken places being mended. This is you trying to mend the broken places, i.e. trying to mend friendships. You've shut out a lot of people here, and now you're trying to mend these things. So as a result of that, you say, you know what, the only way that I'm actually going to mend the broken relationships or the people who may have suffered as a result of what I've gone through is to take legal action against this organisation for bullying, for example, with the Ten of Swords, because you've just got a lot of bullies around you, a lot of put downs on you, those swords in the back. And you decided in the recent past to take a positive action, Queen of Wands, to stop working for the company. So based on all of this stuff, what do we see as the most likely outcome then, Libra? The Queen of Cups in the upright. So the Queen of Cups, this card, the Queen of Cups, is very interesting because she has her cup covered. And she's a very kind of tricky card to read because she's kind of like, she doesn't really do anything. She nurtures, she loves, she cares for, she's kind, she's empathic. I mean, it may be that you're talking to somebody like this with the Queen of Cups energy showing here. Because I don't think that this is your energy. So the most likely outcome could be that you're talking to somebody like this. But I'm going to clarify that. What do you mean the most likely outcome will be the Queen of Cups? Or this could just be waiting for things to happen, perhaps, having to remain passive and patient and wait. Sometimes the Queen of Cups is sadness. What do you mean the most likely outcome will be the Queen of Cups in 2 cards? Right, we've got a High Priestess reversed. And High Priestess reversed is where we're divulging things. Okay. So we've got a Hierophant reversed as well. Okay. I think this is someone you're talking to, maybe. I think that you're divulging secrets about perhaps the Hierophant reverse. So corruption, for example, within the company. The most likely outcome, I think, to this individual here, this Queen of Cups, you're probably, and that wouldn't be a lawyer, that would probably be somebody who's worked within your organisation, like somebody at HR or somebody who works within, you know, employee care or something like that, because the Queen of Cups, King of Cups, they would usually be your HR people or people who work within employee care, taking care of, you know, this could be occupational health, for example. It may be the most likely outcome, so you have to go to occupational health, or somebody who's worked within the company who's got an understanding and empathic ear, and it feels that you're going to be divulging with the High Priestess reversed all of those sordid, with the Hierophant reversed, all of those sordid, corrupt secrets that have been going on within this organisation. Because I actually think that some of you guys have really been bullied. I think you've been bullied by an organisation of people, you know, by an organisation. And there's lots of bullying going on because you've got so many swords in the back. That's why you're taking legal action. Not only that it's destroyed your friendships outside of the workplace, but that it's made you into a former shadow of yourself. You've become quieter, you've become more withdrawn. And I think that the external factors leading to you taking action, legal action, is because you want to mend with the Temperance card, the broken places off the Tower. I.e. you've been shutting friends out. So you want to now repair those friendships. But the only way that you can repair those friendships is by clearing this mess up here. Because, and I think that you've really been doing it for some of you Librans. You've decided, you've taken a positive action. You said, I'm not going to work in this company anymore. But the most likely outcome will be that you're going to have to see somebody who probably works for occupational health or HR or something like that, and divulge and talk exactly about all of the corruption and bad deeds that have been going on with the Hierophant in the reverse. Mid-July, what do we see? Seven of Swords. So we see some underhanded behaviour here with the Seven of Swords energy. Where is this underhanded behaviour coming from in 2 cards? Where is this underhanded behaviour or sneaky? Or this could be you being cautious. What do you mean the Seven of Swords is mid-July for Libra? What do you mean the Seven of Swords is mid-July? Or this could be escape. What do you mean? Right, the Lovers. So this could be a decision. But often when I see lovers like this that are close to each other, it's almost like something is closer. There's an embracing going on here. The Three of Wands. So I actually feel that this is making a decision and embracing the need to expand your horizons here. So this is about escape. So I'm actually seeing as you guys actually strategizing and saying, actually, I'm going to remove myself from the company. And so I'm seeing around mid-July some of you guys leaving the company or making plans to leave, but doing it very quietly, because I think that you're embracing the need to expand your horizons with that Three of Wands. I think that you're embracing the need to go and do that. You make a decision, you say, you know what, because I think in the recent past, you've made a positive action with the Queen of Wands, and you said, I'm not working for this company anymore. Now, you still may be getting paid from the company. You might just decide not to work in the team or not to go into the workplace, but you still get paid. You may have gone on sick pay or something like that. But I think that going forward towards the 2nd of July, sorry, the mid-July, some of you guys are finally, with the Seven of Swords, going to be leaving this place. You're escaping it with the Seven of Swords. You're embracing the need to go and kind of expand your horizons and look elsewhere for another position here. What is the advice that the universe has for you, Libra? Oh, stick by your guns. I always see the Hangman reverse as sticking by your guns. Stick by your guns. Don't allow yourself to be swayed, because he's quite stubborn reverse. So stand by your guns. Don't allow yourself to be swayed. Hopes or fears? The hope is just to move on. The Chariot. Okay? Because in a way, some of you guys may still be being pulled in two directions with that Chariot. But the Chariot really is to move forward and to advance. So your hopes would be to move on, move forward and advance. And here we see you escaping this place. You're embracing the need to spread your wings and to, expand your horizons. So where are things leading to from there? Towards the end of July going into August. The Six of Cups is in the reverse. So definitely for me, looking towards the future and not the past, because the Six of Cups in the reverse can be looking towards the future and not the past. Okay, making some very mature decisions, growing up, seeing things for what they truly are. So I think with the Six of Cups in the reverse, you're just looking towards the future and not the past. You're deciding that you don't want to dwell on the past with the Six of Cups in the reverse, which I think is a really good reading. Let's have a look at this reading again then before we get the spiritual card. So in terms of your July reading 2020, Libra, I do think that some of you guys are facing decisions, and I also think that you're facing perhaps looking at doing something legal here. It's influenced by an organisation here, and I think the root cause is that this organisation have been doing a little bit of bullying here. Not even a little bit, quite a bit of bullying. It's not a Five of Swords, it's a Ten of Swords. So you've had to endure a lot of put downs and bullying and being pushed and shoved around by whoever. And this could also be a boss, not just an organisation. Maybe you've been pushed about and bullied by a boss here, which then leads you to make a decision. Possibly it could be something legal showing here. All right? Because this is the root cause of this. Okay, so you're either looking at making a decision or you're looking at perhaps some legal action towards a boss, an organisation that's been putting you down there. Or there's a decision to leave, for example, because we've got this card here. Now, in the recent past, you took a positive action. You decided that you no longer wanted to work for the company, within the team. Because I think that what's influencing this decision or the legal action that you take, you want to mend with the Temperance energy, the broken places of the Tower. And the broken places is that you've been pushing friends out. You've been really withdrawn. I think that some of you Librans have been through a really, really bad time. So, as I've said, the readings are either legal action or you're making a decision to leave. What we're seeing coming in mid-July is you escaping this environment. You're embracing the need now to expand your territory, expand your wings, reach out to other companies, that type of thing. The advice from the universe is stand your ground. Hangman reverse. Stick with what you say. Stick with your belief. Don't change it. Stick with it. Your hope would be to move forward, to move on. And I feel that from wanting to escape, making the decision to escape this workplace, to embrace a new future with the Three of Wands and the Lovers, it's leading you to the Six of Cups in the reverse. Looking towards the future, but also I think it's helping you to grow up a little bit or to mature. You're becoming a different person as well, I think, with this Six of Cups in the reverse. It's leading you on to becoming a more mature and more self-aware individual as well, I think, with this Six of Cups energy. But it's also allowing you now to focus on the future, which I think is great. Let's have a quick look at the spiritual advice then, Libra. What is the spiritual advice for Libra for July? What is the spiritual advice that you have for Libra for July? The spiritual advice is say you're sorry. We're getting that a lot. Now, this may not, I don't think you've got anything to say sorry for, to be honest with you. Not unless you're the one doing the backstabbing and somebody else is, you know, kind of at your... But this is your reading, so this should be what you're going through. Say you're sorry. But I'd like to read this card as forgiveness, because I saw it for another sign, and it just feels like it's forgiveness, not say you're sorry. So it says, are you carrying around regret? Is there a relationship that needs being healing? Well, I see the thing that there's healing here. But you just don't know what to say. Give your pride a rest and simply start with the sorry. Take responsibility and acknowledge your role in the situation. Apologies for them and for you. Then let it go and be very proud of yourself. Making amends isn't easy, but it's a huge leap towards your spiritual path. Bravo. And you know, that could be here as well. You know, where you're trying to mend the broken places. You've been blocking friends out. So this is you trying to mend your friendships here. But as a result of that energy here, the focus is on justice, trying to bring things back into balance, because the root cause is that there has been some deep hurt here with the Ten of Swords for some of you guys, and that deep hurt has been influenced by an emperor. Could be a person, could be a lover, could be a husband, but it could also be an organization. You've made a decision, taken a positive action that you're no longer going to work on this thing in the recent past. But I do feel that here, the most likely outcome is, with the Queen of Cups energy, it feels like you're sharing some information with somebody here. Like you're divulging, with the High Priestess in the reverse, all of those secrets of a corrupt system within the Hierophant energy, which makes me think that this might be work orientated. But I think that whatever is happening here, it has really kind of influenced you to kind of detach yourself from people, and you're trying to mend those broken places. So it may be for some of you guys that Justice card is making a decision to leave a particular place because you can't function there, and you need to mend the friendships that you've lost due to whatever is going on here, which is really interesting. So I think that this is a month for mending the broken places, to be perfectly honest with you, because I think that some of you guys have been through a lot. Could have been in a relationship, a friendship, but I think primarily this may be a work situation for some of you as well. All right, that is your reading, Libra, for the week. I would like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. If you would like your own private reading, please click on the link in the comment section below. And yeah, that's it. That's it. It's an interesting one, isn't it? Because the reading feels like it could be about work, but at the same time, it could be about love. It could seriously, just thinking about it, be about coming in, you're escaping. And we ask, well, what is this escaping? Well, a lover. Turning your back, Three of Wands on a lover. So for some of you guys, it could be a lover. Perhaps you're making a decision here to leave a lover. Perhaps what's influencing you is somebody who's, you know, quite stern and authoritative, and maybe the root cause is you've been really hurt by this person here, okay? And what's influencing you, the external influences are that you're trying to mend the broken places here. You've blocked friends out. You make a decision, you want to leave an individual. Seven of Swords escaping, turning your back on a lover as well. Universe advises you to stick with it. Your hopes are to move on. This is leading to the Six of Cups in the reverse. The breakup of a soulmate relationship, perhaps. Six of Cups in the reverse. Looking to the future. No longer dwelling on the past. So this could run the gamut of all sorts. This could be work, or this could be maybe the breakdown of a relationship. Maybe some of you guys have been around a very austere partner, that type of thing. Somebody who's deeply hurt you. Somebody who's been extraordinarily bossy or controlling, because Emperors are controlling. So it may be you're making a decision here, you're faced with a decision, it's influenced by a very controlling individual. They've really hurt you with the Ten of Swords in the reverse. You want to mend the broken places, you've been blocking out friends. Maybe this person's been getting you to block out friends. You make a positive decision, positive action in the last few weeks not to bother working on progressing this relationship any further. For some of you guys, maybe the most likely outcome is that with the Queen of Cups energy, there's a lot of hurt here. I get the impression you're talking to someone, whether it's work or a friend, divulging the whole corrupt system that you've been living under, the corrupt relationship, the Hierophant in the reverse. Maybe you're talking to a friend here and you're explaining with the High Priestess secrets. So you're divulging a secret that you're going to leave your marriage, for example, Hierophant reverse. So some of you guys, it's leaving a marriage, Hierophant reverse. Okay, so we can look at this in all sorts of ways. You could be leaving a marriage, you could be leaving a relationship because you've got an overly dominant and very hurtful partner. You may be leaving a job. You may have colleagues that have been picking on you. That type of thing. We could run the gamut, we could go forever on this reading. But one thing I do know on this reading is there's someone or something that's been hurting you a great deal. And I think that this person or this organisation has been filled with a lot of corrupt people, or there's one corrupt person around you. And I think that this is the time that some of you Libras are going to say enough, and you're going to leave it behind. Okay, and you're going to focus on the future and not on the past. All right, that is your reading, my darlings. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.